If you're still relying on referrals and word of mouth to grow your flooring business, you're gambling with your future, and you already know. If you own a flooring business and you're stuck between 20 to 30K, this video is for you. I'm going to be breaking down why referrals and word of mouth are keeping you stuck and how you can build a predictable lead system to grow your flooring business. Let's get into it. So what's good? Before we get in the video, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Yusuf, aka FloorLord Yusuf. Nice to meet you. I want to talk about a little bit of what I've done in the past up until this point. So 5 years ago, I started a cleaning company back when I was in college. And to grow that cleaning company, I had to invest in learning how to grow that company, okay? And so since the last 5 years, I've invested over $150,000 in 5 years of time in learning how to grow my cleaning company. And it's grown into one of the top cleaning companies here in Atlanta. And a part of that knowledge of what I learned is marketing, Google ads, Facebook ads, SEO, right? Hiring. I've learned all of that. And some of the things that I've done for my company is I was able to rank our company in the map pack top 3. And we were able to rank in the SERP page top 3, not only in the SERP page, but in the map pack, okay? And since then, I started a company named cleargrowth.io. And what we've done with Cleargrowth is we've helped some other service-based businesses as well. Some of our clients have been a landscape company who we've helped go from 47 reviews, no SEO, to 125 reviews. And now they're in the map pack for their certain keywords that they're going after. Not only that, but they're also on the SERP page. Okay, that's what we've done for one customer. And for some other customers, which are flooring companies, one, we were able to freelance a few campaigns for them. One campaign, we were able to get them 90 leads at less than $7 per lead. And for another flooring company who had a healthier budget, we were able to get them over 250 leads at still around that $7 budget. All right, that's just a little bit about me. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, so here's how inconsistent word of mouth and junk leads keep you stuck. The truth that a lot of people really aren't letting you know is that if you're relying on word of mouth, Home Advisor, Angie, you're passing out flyers and you're waiting on like a platform like Thumbtack to send you leads, is that, you know, things are going to be really good until things dry up for you, and it's bound to happen, okay? So if you rely on these platforms, then you're probably in this following situation. You're fighting over the same cheap customers because normally these customers who are on these platforms aren't looking for the top service. They're looking for a company that can just do the work. You're going to be chasing these price shoppers because they're getting quotes from so many different people that they're not even going to be looking at their phone once they just connect with one company. Not only that, is you're going to be in a situation where you're reacting, not controlling your business. So at best, you're going to get jobs here and there. This can, word of mouth can help you get the ball rolling. But at worst, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be wasting a lot of time chasing these ghost customers that really aren't going to respond to you or do business with you, okay? And the deeper problem is that you just don't have a marketing strategy, all right? So these platforms, they're not bad. They're not a problem. But the deeper problem is why your flooring business is stuck, either at the current revenue level that you're at or you haven't broke past your goal, is because you just don't have your own marketing strategy. And if you don't own your own marketing strategy, you're not going to be actually growing your business, because what you're going to be doing is essentially hoping someone else sends you business. You hope you give money to this platform, they send you a quality customer. You're going to hope that, right? You're going to hope that you do this job and Mrs. Jones tells her friend, right? You're hoping. Hope is not the business plan. Okay, guys? All right. The flooring companies that, we've worked with on a freelance basis are the ones that we've interviewed and really learned from, that are doing past the 60 to 100K per month mark. They're controlling their own growth by owning these 3 things here. They own their own traffic system to get leads. They own their own follow-up system so they don't let leads slip through the cracks. And they own their own appointment pipeline so they can consistently get in front of more customers, okay? What this means is that they're not letting customers slip through the cracks. They're not reaching out to a lead one time and then that's it. And they have a system when it comes to appointments to meeting customers. All right. So they have these in place. And so if you don't have these systems in place or your systems thought out, then these are the reasons you're probably experiencing the following. Your calendar, it feels empty. It's empty 1 week or for a month, and then you're busy the next. You're always reacting to last minute leads instead of planning. Your cash flow becomes unpredictable and stressful because your jobs are unpredictable. 1 week you're busy, 1 week you're not. 1 month you're slammed, 1 month you're not. You're chasing these smaller jobs just so you can keep money coming in. You're doing them yourself, okay? Maybe. You got a helper. You're constantly wondering where your next job may come from. You drive around some days thinking like, and sometimes it does come through. But you're working very hard. You feel like you're working harder every single month, and you feel as if you're not really moving forward. You may feel that you're on a hamster wheel. And I just want to let you know that no matter how good your installs are, if you don't have a real systems in place, you're going to stay stuck at that same level. And I don't want you to. I want to change that for you. I want to help you get out of there. All right. So what changes when you build a predictable system? What I will stress, what I want to stress, and will continue to stress throughout my content on this channel is that you need to build a predictable system, okay? Business is a game that's to be played at a third bird's eye view, right? And you need a system that does the following. You need a system to generate your own leads. You need a system where you could choose who you want to work with. You need a system that can help you fill your calendar consistently. And you need a system that helps you qualify your customers so you aren't wasting time with lowball customers, okay? And so instead of fighting over junk leads, you're going to be having serious buyers coming to you directly. They're already warm and they're going to be pre-sold on your brand in your company. Let me show you how you do this. All right, so step one is you need to build your authority. You need to have your company's social channels completely built out with a content system that shows that you are the local superstar. What this does is it positions you as the authority and the expert in the market. The type of content that you need to have across these social platforms is you need to have edutainment, content that teaches, entertains customers, answers their questions, not only just showing flooring jobs, but you need to answer questions about different questions that they're going to have on flooring. You need client testimonials. Show that you've done work with people that they can resonate with, that they can visually see. Next is you need to show your team doing the work. Now, what a lot of companies do, they only show their team doing the work. They only show floors. That's great. That's one step. But you need these other few steps to really bridge that gap to show that you're the authority in the market. And when you add the edutainment, when you add the client testimonials, and you add your team doing the work, what that does is it shows that you are the expert in the market, because you don't just show you're doing the work, but you're answering questions. You're talking about installs. You're talking about repairs. You're talking about these things that they wonder. Hey, why is there a space between my floorboards? Why is this? Why is that? And you answer these questions for them. They're going to do nothing but think you're the expert. Because here's the truth. They don't just see an ad and just give you a call, right? They're going to stalk you first. They're going to check everything out. They're going to check your social media. They're going to check your reviews. They're going to check your reputation. And you being the authority is you bridging the gap of that, right? They're going to see you. They're going to go check you out, right? Having all that content bridges that gap for them. So they're going to start viewing you as the hero who can solve their flooring problem. All right, guys. Next, you need an attractive offer to get customers, serious customers, in the door. Okay? You need to reel them in. Simply, every flooring company says that. Okay? Which is why customers treat you and many of contractors and flooring companies and other types of, contracting companies, the same is because you guys offer or say the exact same thing. You got to say something different, right? So when you have a real valuable offer, it immediately is going to set you apart. And so here are some examples of different offers you can present to customers instead of just saying a free quote. And this is from our front end strategy, which if you want to learn more about that, just let me know. I'll make a video about it. But what it is that you want to do is you want to offer some free value, or you want to offer some type of value up front for the customer. Like, go ahead and give them something up front. A free quote, they can get a free quote from anyone, but give them something different that other companies are offering. An idea that we've presented with a flooring company that we've worked with and they're getting leads from it is a free design session. Some other ideas that you can do is you can immediately provide a front end service. You can let them know you could do a room that's 1,000 square feet and they could get $500 off that room immediately. So ideally that could be about the size of an apartment, or it could be about the size of maybe a basement. You could let them know we'll do that under 1,000 square feet, you get $500 off immediately. Next is you can say whatever your company can do to spin this up, you get install X amount of day install guarantee up front, right? And so what these do is these just get customers to pay attention, and it's going to filter out price shoppers, right? So if you tell someone, hey, the 1,000 square feet is going to be X amount of dollars and you get X dollars off, they're not willing to pay the amount that you want to charge. That immediately disqualifies them. It's going to bring in people who are serious about your service. I promise you, you're going to see that. Next is if you give a guarantee, that's an offer up front. Say, hey, you can get a 1-day install. We're doing 1-day installs, 2-day installs, a full guarantee for certain types of projects. Don't stretch yourself thin, of course. But like I said, the goal for this is to bring customers in through the front door. And if just providing a free estimate is not enough, because they can get free estimates from everyone, but not everyone is doing what you're going to be doing now. Okay, that's the goal with that, with your crafting an attractive offer. And so step 3 is you need to install a lead gen system that gets you qualified, high-paying jobs while you're sleeping. And the best way for you to do this is you need to combine Facebook ads with an organic strategy, with your organic being your social media, Instagram, TikTok, or whatever pages you're on, with your Google My Business, Google Business Profile, plus SEO on your website. You need to have all of these working together in tandem, okay? You start with Facebook ads because if you want to get wins fast, Facebook ads will help you get wins because you pay to play, right? But for you to win with Facebook ads, you need 3 things. You need a good offer. Like I said, you need that attractive offer we just went over. You need compelling ads, and you need to do pre-qualification before the lead ever even talks to you or your company, okay? So Angie's, Thumbtack, these other platforms, essentially what they're doing is they're doing what I'm telling you to do. They're running their own ads to get customers, and then they're selling them to you. You can simply cut them out, run your own ads, and get your own leads. And if you have a great offer, you have compelling ads, then you'll be able to stand out and get the same type of people that want quotes, but your people are going to be serious, okay? So when you have real systems, you control your growth. You decide when you want to pull that lever. With Facebook ads, if you put money in, the more output you get if you do everything right. If you go in there blind, you can blow your money and fuck it up. Don't do that. Don't go in blind, okay? Have a little bit of knowledge of what to do. But you need to control your growth, because if you control your growth, you control your future. My message really is relying on word of mouth or these leads, like relying on these lead gen platforms. It will help you get to point A. So if you're a new flooring company, you're just getting started, you're from 0 to 10K, okay, rely on word of mouth. Maybe you have other jobs working, you work a job or you're starting your flooring company. But if you're at that 20 to 30K mark, you cannot rely on these platforms to get jobs. You need to get in the driver's seat, and you need to have your own system, okay? All right, guys, enough of me yapping, all right? But If you want to learn exactly how you can position your flooring company as the local superhero and local superstar and dominate your market, then look, I've got a free guide for you that I want you to get. So all you got to do is join our FloorLord community. I'm asking you to come in there, come and be a FloorLord with us. And I'm going to send you this free guide to help you, do the things that I just talk about, show you the type of content you should make. I'm going to show you how to create offers, and then I'll give you some of the lead gen strategies that you can start using. So join our FloorLord community. The link is going to be down below. If you join, you get the guide. All right, let's go. I want to see you win. All right, FloorLord Yusuf.